Well, hello there. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to JB's BrickBox. I am JB, right here. This is me. And tonight, we have a couple of builds that we're going to do. Star Wars builds, both of them tonight. One of them is the Cloud Rider Swoop bikes set. Picked this up on clearance. Actually, my sister saw this on clearance and said, "Hey, you want me to pick this up for you?" At Walmart, a couple of them was probably about 2 months ago. And I was like, sure, pick it up. So I'm going to build this guy first. It's 355 pieces. This is from Lego, from the Han Solo movie. And so we'll build that. That's what these pieces are over here. You can't see them because they're not in frame. And then I also have this Duel on Starkiller base set that I intend to build tonight. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a little sleepy tonight. JB is J sleepy tonight. So I may get to this one. If I don't get to this one tonight, don't be mad. I saved this one for last because this is the one that I actually super duper want to build because I really, really like how this turns out at the end. I like that little diorama there. All right, so without further ado, let's get cracking. I'm going to set the Starkiller base pieces off to the side. Oop, and I've been setting things on my mic stand, so that's not good. Probably making big clunky noises. Nobody likes that. Alrighty. So this is bag number 1. We're going to set bags 2 and 3 off to the side over here. Well, it's not April. See, here's my situation. I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings at 4:30 in the morning. So when I'm on here until 10 o'clock at night, that only leaves time for about a 5-hour amount of sleep before it's time for me to get up and go to work. So, and I take naps in the afternoon usually, but sometimes it all just catches up with me, and today is one of those days. But I'm going to do my best. I appreciate everybody being here, and we're gonna do what we can. I'm going to make myself small. Ready? Let's get small. Ready? Set. There we go. Ha! Hey, I timed it out perfect that time. April is not impressed. Bag number 1. Set that off to the side over there. Yes, it is going to be a thing now. It is going to be a thing now. Separate some pieces out over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2x4 pieces. 4:30 is really early to get up to, and not just that, but on Saturdays and Sundays I'm at work at 1:30 in the morning, so my sleep just gets all messed up. And there was a time in my life where I could just kind of sleep whenever and not feel tired and just do whatever and blah blah blah. But I'm almost 45, and as Murtaugh might say, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Those days are definitely gone. Looks like this particular bag has the figure for Enfys Nest in it. Let me get this out of the way and get a little bit more light in here. So I've been considering making some adjustments to when I stream and whatnot. I might have to make some adjustments to when I stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 3 days a week. I'm just not sure. I'm going to try to stream as much time-wise, but maybe not as often day-wise. But, oh yeah, man, that stinks, doesn't it? Just having your sleep schedule all over the place. Okay, that piece goes there. Third little fin over there. I've got another one of those right there. That up there. My dad, I talked about him a little bit last night. When he was working, he worked a week of day shift, a week of swing shift, and then a week of mid shift. for about 20 years. It was nuts. I never understood why that whole office agreed to do something so just god awful with their lives. So, but anywho, I've got a little pack of little guys right here, and I have some stickers. There's a closer look at the sticker sheet. Come on, camera. There's nothing else to look at except for this sticker sheet. There it is. Just some little details and whatnot there. This is probably one of those sets that it'd be okay if you skip the stickers. But we're not going to skip the stickers, are we? That's not how we do things here. This, for some reason, for a 350-piece set, it's kind of weird that it has 2 instruction manuals. But we're going to set instruction manual number 2 off to the side. Ta-da! We're going to get cracking here. So we start by building Enfys Ness, who is real simple. It's almost impossible to tell that there is any print at all on this figure. It's very, very faint. It's extremely faint, but you could probably see it there on the black. It's kind of like a dark, goldish, brownish color on the front and the back. So get some legs and a helmet, and we have Enfys Ness. Let's give him a little blaster here. There's one part to his blaster, and we need... Anybody else see binoculars in here? I can't see any binoculars in here. I know there are some. I'm going to take this out because that goes with this little stud shooter. Let's see. Should be a light bluish gray set of binoculars in here, and it should not take me this long to find them. Oh, it's a dark bluish gray. That might be why I didn't notice it, because my eyes were thinking, there it is, I see it. I found it, folks. What's up, Dream? How you doing? Today we are building 2 Lego Star Wars sets. One of them is the Swoop bikes. I'm doing that one right now, and then the other one is the Duel on Starkiller base. So those are our 2 sets for tonight. I just got done building Enfys Ness in the Swoop bikes set, and I like it. I like this set a lot. I liked the Solo movie a lot. I liked Solo quite a bit, actually. I know there were quite a few people who didn't care for it or just didn't even bother watching it. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was what it needed to be for that. This is one of their little crystals. I forgot what they were called in the movie. But that guy does look pretty trippy, doesn't he? And then this is that little thing. Actually, it's not supposed to come off the thing there. It's supposed to be attached there, so when it comes out, it actually is still attached to the roof. Anyway, set that off to the side. And now we're going to build bike number 1. We'll start with one of our 2x4 plates and add on to that this guy right here, this little modified 1x2 with the bar on the side, the modified bar on the side. And then to that, we'll add in this guy right here. This is the modified 2x2 with studs on the side. And Let me, I'm going to tilt this a little bit further upwards so you can see more of the pieces as they're set out. There we go. I feel like I'm trying to crimp things in order for you guys to see them on the streams. Nobody wants that. I'm here for you, everybody. Okay. This goes here. And then this goes right here. I apologize, everybody. That is not Enfys Nest. I didn't think so because Enfys Nest I thought was taller. That is actually Weasel right here. I thought Enfys Nest was taller, and I'm pretty sure Enfys Nest is woman, if I'm correct. And supposed to be the bad guy all the way through, but turns out to be not a bad guy. Or bad gal. Bad person. Heel, as the wrestling world might refer to him or her. Oh, let's see here. Need 2 1x2 plates with the bars on them. And I don't think I have them out there, which means they're in here. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was the piece that I needed. So, you ever have one of those just frazzling days? Everything's just a little crazy. Well, that has been my week so far. It has just been nuts. But try to calm down, try to settle down, and build some Lego with you wonderful people out there. Try to pay attention and focus here. So far, so good. What's up, Parallax? Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm building a couple of Lego Star Wars sets tonight. As of right now, I'm building the Swoop bikes set. There it is. Thank you so much for stopping in. Always appreciate. Oh, and then these 2 guys off the sides right here and here. Ta-da! Beautiful. And then that all attaches like so. And then this goes all the way across like so. I'm going to pour these guys out since having a hard time sorting through there. Oh, let's see. Tonight I am building, right now I'm building this Swoop bikes set. Ta-da! We've already built Weasel, and we're just getting started on bag number 1 for this particular set. And then after that, if I'm still awake, I'm going to build this guy here, which I like this set a lot. I really like this set. Just the way that everything sort of, it seems very true to the movie. And I like it, and I'm looking forward to building it. So I'm going to set that off to the side for now, and we're going to get back to the build at hand. some of the sounds take over for a few seconds there. It's going to be some sort of engine or motor. That's what that looks like so far. Kind of a neat little setup there. Oh, oops. Come back up a little bit. We gotta put this guy on first. And then the light push gray one. Just like so. And then this guy all attaches into the back of our Swoop bike there. Watch it swoop. Swoop. How about go like this? Swoop, 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 swoop. Why not, folks? Why not? This is the kind of quality content you folks have come to expect here at JB's BrickBox. Everybody's like, is it though? It is. Technic pins go in there. Let me move this light up just a little bit. Maybe that'll help with these up high shots. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. All right. And this whole ordeal gets set atop this. Thank you kindly. Turn that over. I'm going to put one of these little rounded 1x2 plates there and another one right here between two of those center bars. Oh, well, hello there. Hi, Dream Dynamic TV's boys. I am building these Swoop bikes from Lego Star Wars. We're getting, I'm almost through, it looks like, with bag number 1. And thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Watching with the kids, huh? Well, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Good to meet you guys. And then after that, I'll build this this guy right here. This is the Battle on Starkiller base, or the Duel on Starkiller base with Rey and Kylo Ren. So should be a good set to build there. Alrighty. So this guy goes under here. We need an L piece to go around that. And then this is called a jumper piece. goes right so. This 1x3 there. And this is a gold bar piece, but it's in black, of course. So, neat little setup there. That's actually going to be a seat for our pilot here. These two will go here and here. Get on there. Come on, help me out here. There you go. And then this guy right here, just like so. Looking more and more like a Swoop bike all the time. Every few pieces you put on here makes it look a little bit more like a part of the Star Wars universe. Oh, look at that. Hey, my camera's being real kind to me today. Let me get all up in there and get all those details. Let's show you Weasel again. Let's see if it will do the minifigure up close. Maybe, maybe not. See, that's what happens when you push it. That's what happens when you push your luck. Anyway, all right, back down with that. So on here, we'll add these pieces here and here. Hey, what's up, Cowbell? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in to JB's BrickBox. Tonight I am building a couple of Star Wars sets. This is the Swoop Bikes set from the Han Solo movie, which I actually thoroughly enjoyed that movie. Was it the best Star Wars movie ever? Of course not. But I thought it was pretty darn good. All right. Oh, I see. And then these three. Oh, I see what we're doing here. I see what we're doing. We're going to add these three in here, and they're going to be like little forks, or not forks, whatever, supports for the front. What are those called? Baffles. Okay, we need a red one of these guys, and this. That red piece is going to go right in the middle here. And, oh, I see. Do we have to build two of those? Do we want two of those? No. What are we doing here? Oh, I see. Oh, what is the set number? For this set, it is set number 75215. 75215. And for, hang on one second, for the dual on Starkiller base is 75236. So, and I surely don't mind repeating it. But anyway, the best Star Wars movie. My pick for the best Star Wars movie is probably going to be controversial. Because, well, I'm going to pick two bests. Because I think that there's just nothing that compares to Episode 1. Definitely, because I love me some Jar Jar. I would say, nothing compares to Empire Strikes Back when you're a kid. And that was in the days before there was such thing as spoilers. And, you actually found out, wait a minute. Yeah, one of the, quite possibly at the time, I've done some thinking about this, and I think that Darth Vader being Luke Skywalker's father is probably one of the biggest at the time, if not the biggest, surprise reveal ever in cinema at the time in 1979 or 80 when that first came out. And that was in the days before, you had the internet, and there was nobody that would just spoil it. So you'd actually go to the movies, or unless somebody mentioned it on the. Yeah, April's a huge Jar Jar fan too. I didn't hate Jar Jar the way many people did. I just wasn't a big fan. So, hey, this Swoop bike's looking pretty dope. What do you guys think? But of the modern Star Wars movies, I really, 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 really liked Rogue One. I thought Rogue One was a spectacular movie. But I'm not going to pick between those two as for being my favorite. But I will say that I thought that Rogue One was a spectacular movie. Okay. So we want this to be, probably doesn't matter as long as they're consistent. I've got a good number of stickers to add to these pieces here. Yeah, I surely don't think that Jar Jar Binks deserved the level of ridicule that he received. But it is what it is. I personally think that most people who dislike things now, they're disliking them sort of vicariously through others. They don't come up with these opinions on their own. They formulate them after reading somebody else complain. You're like, oh, you know what? I didn't like Jar Jar Binks either because it was silly. So they might have liked Jar Jar Binks to begin with, but then they find out somebody else didn't like him, and they're like, oh, you know what? That person brings up a couple of good points, and that's how you wind up with conspiracy theories, folks. Well, that's an interesting sound. Sorry about that. And I'm really looking forward to episode 9 later this year. Okay. These little steering things. I also didn't hate The Last Jedi. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I didn't hate it as much as most people did. I thought there were a lot of things that were clinically wrong with that movie. But, I also believe that stories don't belong to us as people. Stories belong to the writers. So, if you don't like something that a writer has done, you're welcome to not like it. But it doesn't change the fact that you are a passive observer of that art form. I'm going to put Weasel in this thing. If you don't like it, then that's fine. You just mount his gun right there. Haha. Nice. Oddly enough, it gives you a stud shooter on the side here, which isn't odd at all. But the odd part is that it never does show It never shows adding a stud in there as to be shot. So I know people are going to leave over something like that. I know folks will do that. All right, here we go. We're going to swoop with this swoop bike. Swoops. Okay. Set that off to the side. We also have this piece here. And these are all of our spares from bag number 1. There's actually quite a few spares for a single bag in a 300-piece set. But all the little bars and whatnot. Nothing real special here. There's a skate there. Yada, yada, yada. Right into the extras jar. And that moves us on to bag number 2. This is actually a smaller bag. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot in here. I'm gonna bring. That is correct. That's, you know what? That's an excellent way of putting it. Separate these pieces out a little bit here. Put our people pieces off to the side here. This is Tobias Beckett. I remember that guy. No lightsaber in here. It's just a bar. Just a regular old bar. So I'm not exactly sure what we're building with this particular bag, unless we're building just part of something. Let's get that out of the way over there. 4, 5, 6 of those. 1, 2, 3 of those. We have 2 of those guys. We'll set those off to the side over here. 1 of those, actually 2 of those, looks like. Ta-da! Do I have another one of these in here? I don't think so. Nope. So that's there. That guy can go there. We have 2 2x2 in the dark bluish gray. 2 1x3 tile pieces in the dark tan. There's a Technic bar, a Technic axle bar. Oh, and there's a 4th one of those. And let's turn this one around so we can kind of see what's going on there. So, let us build Tobias Beckett. Let's see, in the spare parts. Yeah, there was a lightsaber hilt. The lightsaber parts went to, where were they? There's it went to this thing right here on the side. This little, I don't know if that's an engine or what. But yeah, they always give you an extra lightsaber hilt when they include a lightsaber hilt in a set. Alrighty. Tobias Beckett has some pretty sick looking hair. You got 2 silver pistols, or as Lego insists on calling them, blasters. And that's how Tobias Beckett looks. Camera's struggling there a little bit, but you kind of get the picture. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, considering it's yeah, not bad. We'll set him off to the side, and we'll get back to building. All right. Start with that, and on top of that, we add this. Then both of these guys, both of these little axle hole pieces. Ta-da! All right. Dark bluish gray stud there. Where's my little overhang piece? See that? Oh no, it's right there. I see. I gotcha. Well, the guy who came up with Lego, and I might be a little bit incorrect here in the way that I describe all of this, but the man who basically invented Lego. Ole Kirk Christensen was very against using guns and weaponry in the sets, and they didn't have any sort of guns in them for the longest time. But then, you know, once you get you can't have Star Wars without guns. You know, you just can't. It doesn't work without that kind of weapon. So they made that little change, and they allowed for guns, but only if they called them blasters. So it's kind of silly. I think that they've probably pretty much tossed that whole rule out the window, and they follow it very, very minimally at this point. Black 1x1 goes right there. Little side stud shooter. How's that for a sound? Ta-da! There we go. That's going to go there as like a little barrier. And then we need a great piece. They're all great pieces. I know they're all great pieces, folks. Oh, goodness gracious. Yep, they used to call them pipe cleaners. They don't call them pipe cleaners anymore, do they? I remember that. I remember back when they were called pipe cleaners. Oh, so many years ago. That's what we always called them in school. But, you know, we also made ashtrays in shop class. So, or in whatever class where you learn how to work with plaster or clay and stuff. Make some janky ashtray. Surely a fire hazard in and of itself. Ah, childhood. How did we make it through? Fuzzy caterpillar wire. Did it flag fuzzy caterpillar? Fuzzy? The word fuzzy? My goodness. Twitch not letting anything. Twitch not letting anything through. Oh, this guy right here. This bar goes in here, and then what do we got going on here? What? How do we make that look like that? Oh, I see. I see. I was looking at the wrong kind of part. Well, the right mind could make anything inappropriate, you know? There's got to be some, you know, whatever, use of our brains. Okay, and then this is all going to attach onto this, like so. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Pew, 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 pew. Yep, bubblegum candy cigarettes. I remember those. This is true. Streambot's got to get its mind out of the gutter. Alrighty. Oh, right here. Could you imagine, April, if your name was Fuzzy April? Every time somebody said hi to you, it would get flagged. There we go. And then one of these guys right across the top there. Sorry, everybody. You gotta deal. You gotta deal with it. What, fuzzy caterpillar? Ooh, this is my favorite little sound. The clicky sound. Five, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to talk a little weird for a second here. You guys ever count stuff? Like not like money and stuff, but just count in your head for no reason things that are going on around you. Like I count steps when I'm going up and down steps. I don't know why. Oh, wow. I don't know why, but yeah, I always count steps when I go up and down. And I don't usually remember how many steps, but for some reason I'm always counting them all the way up and all the way down. I count the number of phone when you're calling somebody. I count the number of times the phone rings. It's weird. I'm not proud of this. It's just something that I do. But whenever I'm doing something like this, I'm always counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's totally unnecessary, but I can't help it. It's just what I do. It's what my brain does. It's kind of interesting. Is this going to be... Oh, I see. I see what we got going on here. So this is our final build. And I'm pretty sure what I'm doing is I'm building the sidecar that goes onto the first one. So we'll set that off to the side there. I'm going to have to get a drink of water here in a second. Feeling a little parched. Yeah, it's one of those things that I just do mentally. I can't stop it. I can't stop it, and I think when I don't do it, I feel weird. So I just do it. Just let it happen, you know. No harm in counting stuff. Okay, what have I forgotten here? What have we missed? I think that I missed a step. Holy smokes, I missed like 6 steps. I must have skipped a page there. That's all right. That's going. BTB, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Welcome in, Dan. We are building the Star Wars Swoop bikes from the Solo movie. I got Tobias Beckett, and we are both very well. Thank you very much for asking. Well, I am well. You can ask April, and she's allowed to answer for herself. But I think that she's doing well as well. Let's see here. Should that be right up against that? Yeah, it sure should. And then this goes back here. Hey, you're in New Zealand, man. How's tomorrow looking so far? Sometimes we forget to ask you these kinds of things. But you guys are already in tomorrow, and it'd be nice to have a little heads up. Anything bad happening? Wet and cold. Oh, goodness. We're going to have wet tomorrow, but I don't know about cold. I think that it is going to be actually wet and hot tomorrow. Wet and warm, at least. For the time being. We might have some nasty weather. Not sure yet. The bot is going to get me. What do you mean? Oh, fair enough. I understand. You guys said in exchange for having Kiwi, you're not allowed to share information about the future. I understand. I respect that decision on the part of your government. They are also in fall and getting into winter over there. Have a couple of good Twitter friends who live in, not in New Zealand. They live in that other country that's down there on the other side of the planet. What's that place called? Begins with an A. Austria? Is that right? That's not right. It's not Austria, is it? Australia. Oh, that's right. Australia. I have a couple of good friends that live down there. Oh, that got flagged too. My goodness. All right, so then this attaches like so. You know, it's funny. I almost said that, and then I remembered that Dream's kids are watching, so I decided to hold off. Oh, okay. So this is where we're adding in our stud shooters. So we get a stud shooter here, and then a stud shooter all the way back here. It's kind of wonky, I think, but it works. Steering came off. But yeah, so that's what our first ship looks like. Yes, you can use Mulestralia. That's awesome. Oh my word, I got bubbles. How did I get through all these? How did I get all these bubbles? There we go. Hey, if you're just joining me, I am building these Swoop bikes. They're perfect for swooping. Watch as I demonstrate. Swoop. Oh, fair enough. All right, so I'm going to call these extras. They're not really extra pieces because there are additional firing things. But ta-da! So those are off to the side. And we're going to put this ship off to the side. And we're going to move on to bag number 3. And I'm going to have a little drink first. So anyway, I'm going to do a little demonstration for folks. Because I've had people remark about how I don't keep my parts in the bags when I come on stream. And here's exactly why. I've got these in. I left these in their little bags. But it just sounds awful on stream. So I try to avoid that whenever possible. I think I've got auto mod. Well, I know they get over it, but here's the thing. I pride myself on providing a decent audio experience for folks, and I can't do that. And focus and have that big crinkly noise in their ears. It's just not cool. I mean, I understand. I'm not judging anybody else who does it. But okay, so Tobias will sit right here on this particular set. Like so. He's awesome. He gets to ride in the Swoop bike, and he's got his blasters. Because that's how cool he is. All right, we'll set that off to the side there. And we're going to move on to bag number 3, which is instruction manual number 2. Ta-da! I'm using old water, folks. It's gross. This is water from last night's stream. Normally I normally get it from the fridge. I normally get it from the fridge before I start my stream, and I forgot to tonight, so I'm stuck with warm water from last night. It's kind of gross. I mean, it's still water. It's not like it's any less quality or anything like that, but you know. You catch what I'm throwing. All right, let's get these pieces separated here. That can be over here. Shout out to my sister who actually picked this set up for me on clearance at Walmart. It was only 13 bucks. She was like, hey, there's a bunch of stuff on clearance at Walmart. A couple of the sets I already had. But she sent me pictures and I was like, oh, heck yeah, get me that. I'll build that. I kind of wish I would have picked up Hans' little land speeder thing that he had. I like the build. It was so minimal in the movie, although I guess you could say the same for most of the stuff. Most of the builds from that movie, it was very, very minimal. But I kind of liked that build. I forgot what all solo sets I have. I'm sure April's got a bid on that, or a bead on that. No shooting blasters at April. Yeah, I didn't remember getting a lot from those. I remembered that was the first set of Lego that I saw where I was like, you know what? These prices, I'm just not paying them. I'm not paying $40 for a 300-piece spaceship, especially after seeing the movie and you realize that particular vehicle was only in the movie for like 20 seconds. So, yeah, no thanks. I did get a good number of sets from episode 7. Yeah, the Imperial Battle Pack, I got that. I remember that one. Our big CRT TV just made a big noise. I don't understand. I don't know what it was doing. But it just made like some big settling and also unsettling noise. So I don't know what's going on. We haven't turned that thing on in weeks, so it's not like it was, I don't know. Anyway. So now we are building Emphas Nest. Yeah, and I don't mind a little bit more expensive. You just got a Lego in the mail there, in the post, as you guys call it. What Lego did you get? What'd you get? I'll wait. I'll wait. You fire up your stream and tell us all about what Lego you got, what sets you got in the mail today, and then raid over here. We'll raid you, and then you raid back. All right, I'm going to get cracking on this set. Mustang, the Moonlander, the Mini Cooper race set, Anakin Starship. Oh wow, that's nice. That is that's a goodly number of sets. That Marslander was a blast to build. I didn't really think much of the Mustang. I didn't really think too much of the Mustang set because, I don't know, I just don't really, I'm not that big into cars. Did I say Marslander? Because that's what I thought in my head. And then I thought that I fixed it before it came out of my face, but apparently I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. There we go, Memphis Nest. Now, I suppose, now, I remember the movie pretty well, and I'm pretty sure that Memphis Nest turns out to be a young female warrior who's just trying to help her people out. And I thought that maybe we would get a head that would be indicative of that surprise, but I wonder if they chose not to include that so it wasn't a spoiler. So now we're stuck without a decent head model for this particular build. Blade, and then I need a hilt. There it is. Yes, the Mars rover. That's one of my favorite sets. That's one of the first Lego sets that I bought for myself. Like in this particular time of being in a Lego phase. I bought a lot of Lego when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And I kind of wish I knew where all of it went. But this is what Memphis Nest looks like. That's how she turns out. This hat or this helmet piece is it's dual molded with like rubber pieces and hard plastic. It's kind of an interesting feel to it. Anyway, I really like that cape too. It's nice and hard. You've got a nice cool print. Hey, what's up, Jay? Nice, interesting little orange color in the back or in the front. And then in the back, you've got a little design there. I like that a lot. All right, I'm going to set that off to the side. 7471. Okay. Get two of these guys and add them into this right here. And then that adds to the end here. Oh, hey, thanks for the host, buddy. I appreciate that. Beautiful. Alrighty. So now it looks like we're going to do a little fancy Technic work. What am I building? I am building, these are called Swoop bikes. They're from the Han Solo movie, Solo. I've already built one. It's very swoopable. Look how swoopable it is. Swoop. 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 All right. Anyway, so I'm building that, and then after that, time permitting, and I think time will permit because this is only a 191 piece set, I'm going to build this guy here. I like this one a lot. This duel on Starkiller base with Rey and Kylo Ren. That was one of the most iconic scenes from that movie, and I really like these kind of mini scale dioramas that Lego puts out. We got one for, Han getting frozen in carbonite. We got one for Luke and Leia swinging across the chasm. I just think that those are really nice for a guy like me who just likes to have things out on display. I'm not really going to play with these outside of what you see here. I promise. I don't play with my Lego. I don't just sit around and play with them and make all swoopy noises and stuff. You can believe that if you want. All right. Back to the task at hand. April, you selling me out? All right, tighten all that in. So we need 2 of those in there. Kind of jazzed about next week. Going to the Lego store to do the Stranger Things, that little extra Stranger Things build with April. It'll be nice. I've arranged to have the kids taken care of for the day, so we don't have to bring them down with us, which we thought we were going to have to do at first. So, and not that it would have been a problem to bring them, but it's not really it's like a non-kid event at a kid place. So, you know, it's just better this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go, with the counting again. I tell you, Dan, I think you're really going to like that that Moonlander set. It's really, really fun to build. It's just experty enough. You know what I mean? Wait, nope, this has to be on the side. It's really good. Are you going to do it on stream? Are you like me? Have you doomed yourself to a life of just building on stream? Great. Okay, so this goes here. And then we need these 2 guys. Here and here. What do you think of that? I was thinking the other day that maybe it would be fun to not always build on stream. To maybe build a couple of things off stream and then maybe do a quick little review of it on stream. Oh, that's true. That's true. Man, I got to get in on that one of these days. Maybe I'll get good enough that I'll be able to do that myself. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Add this in over here. Oh, thanks a lot, April. That was rude. You know, when Jay is telling you that you're rude and when you're dogging on me. Oh, really? Wow. Must be nice. Oh, you don't have to lurk. But yeah, I've got to step up my game on a lot of these things. Oh, no. Well, here, we'll raid MLG's stream here in a little bit. In fact, it's what? It's 9:30 right now. I think that I'm going to save this other set for Wednesday evening, or maybe I'll do an additional stream tomorrow night, because I'm looking to catch up on a little bit of sleep tonight, and maybe we can just all of us can go raid MLG's stream for a little while, and go enjoy that. I kind of feel like I'm getting sick. I kind of feel like I'm getting like that congestion-y, sore throaty feeling. You know the feeling. That feeling you get right before you get sick. So I think I might need to go to bed and at least try to fight this off before I've got to be at work tomorrow morning. Or, worst comes to worst, call out of work. Oh no. Let's see. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get through this particular build here, and then I think we're going to call it a night. And then, depending on how I'm feeling tomorrow, maybe I'll jump back on tomorrow night and we'll build that other one. And I'm kind of bummed because that Starkiller base is a set that I'm really looking forward to building. But I also want to give my body a fighting chance if I'm starting to get sick. You know what I'm saying? And I think here in the next couple of weeks, you guys remember, maybe, I'm not sure how many of you guys were here when I was talking about this before, but I bought an AT-AT on online or through a Facebook Marketplace, and I got a really, really excellent deal on it. And it was missing a bunch of pieces, which I knew. Oh, the Ninjago set on Wednesday? That's not a bad idea. I got a really, really good size Ninjago set that I could build on Wednesday as well. So let's see. What do you want me to do? No, that's not right. What are we doing here? Oh, I see. I gotcha. I follow. April's been a little up and down on whether or not she wants to like fully stream and stuff. So I'm kind of letting her decide whether or not what she wants to do, and we'll be there. Oh, yeah. No, we understood what you meant. It'd be great if we had a break from JB for the night, is what you were saying. I followed. It wouldn't be great if you streamed, you don't think? Alrighty. Ooh, jumper piece. I need a jumper piece. Jumper piece, where are you? Oh, there you go. Little black quarter round. Go right there, like so, and then 2 studs, one on top of another. So BTB, so Dan, once you get into that affiliate program, is that something that's like a permanent deal? Like once you're in, you're in, or do you have to like renew it every couple years or every whatever? Oh, this is cool. One, 2, and there it is. And then I need 2 of these trans light blues. It's kind of a neat little engine thing on the back there. Oh, I see. So you have to maintain it, which is, completely understandable. What? I don't know if that means I'm totally out. Alrighty, let's see here. Yeah, I guess it's nice for them to get that sort of advertisement there, because I assume that New Zealand is a big market for them, and without the streamers there to or without folks like you there, they don't really have any local folks that are doing what you do. Okay, this goes here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Ta-da! Forgot to pop this in here. There we go. Turn it around, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alrighty. This guy goes right here. And then this guy goes right here. Kind of getting into the home stretch here, folks. Build another little stud shooter here for the other side. Let's add this part in first. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. I just read your little manifesto there. That is incredible. I advocate a lot of. I try to advocate for Lego as much as I can, as a good little way to pass the time. But it's weird. I tell people, I'll tell people at work, oh yeah, I like to build Lego. And they're like, "Oh, I love Lego," and I just want to grab them. Like, no, you don't. You don't understand what it is to love Lego. So, anyway, that was loud, but I understand. But still. Yeah, I think that if nothing else, Twitch is a good chance to just hop on with other people who enjoy Lego, and just build together and talk together and just be, yeah, exactly. You like Lego in that you like the idea of sitting and building a set or whatever, but you don't like Lego like, I'm going to drive 2.5 hours to build a little tiny shack because it's exclusive. That's loving Lego. And honestly, I don't even know if I would consider myself a Lego lover the way some people do. I would be more of a Lego lover if I had a little bit more income. But I do adore this stuff. I think that it's a wonderful way to pass the time. And to be completely honest, it's not something that I do with my kids very often, but I think it is a great thing to do with your kids. I'd like to start doing it with my kids a little bit more often. It's just not always, they don't always have the sort of focus that I really like for them to have in order to make it a worthwhile experiment. It blocks Lego Lover? Oh my goodness. It's like the stream mod is just totally against this community. Alrighty, so we're gonna build that. This is gonna add in here. Oh, okay. Phew. With what we've seen so far today, I would not be surprised. My kids, well, I have 5 kids. April and I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids who are grown, and I wasn't into Lego when they were smaller. But I have 3 kids. My oldest kid is almost 22. She'll be 22 here next week. I have a 20-year-old who'll be 21 in August. I have a 19-year-old who just turned 19, and then I have a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. Now, the 7-year-old, I've actually bought a set that we're going to build together here on this very stream one of these nights. So you'll get to meet her. She's fantastic. She's a great kid. So she's looking forward to it. Hey, Daddy, can we build my set on stream tonight? She's such a mess. So one of these days, yeah. I built Lego with Ellie quite a bit actually when I first started getting a little crazy with it. And we sort of fell out of it, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm also not going to blame her. I'm sure it was my fault. I'm sure it's just something that I haven't approached with her. We built a set. It gets frustrating sometimes when you're dealing with kids, and it becomes difficult sometimes to share in. You just kind of want things to go the way you're used to them going, and it takes a lot of patience to work with a child through something like this. And patience has never been one of my strong points, as April might be willing to attest to. But I am looking forward to building that set on stream with Ellie here in the not too distant future. I know she's looking forward to it too. She's totally jazzed about it. I might have to record that one and then just premiere it. I'm not sure yet. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. Okay, more stickers. Lots and lots of stickers. Oops. Get on there, you. Sticker number 3. And then we've got 4, 5, and 6 on the opposite sides. Alrighty, last one of those right there. Okay, and then these all fold. Well, these all go on the top here. Well, I'd need to stream with her. I'm not letting her take over my stream. No way. Oh, hey, Bottled, what's going on, buddy? I'm actually fixing to wrap up for the night, but I built the this guy right here. These are the Swoop bikes from the Solo movie. These actually come apart into their own little things. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or not, but it sure seems easy to do it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. I was going to do a second part of the build, but I'm just not feeling super tight, so I'm going to have to forego that and go get some sleep. Let's see. That guy here. And this guy up here. All that neat stuff there. And then we've got one more sticker. One final sticker to apply. Across this long piece right here. Get it nice and lined up. Perfect. We're going to call that perfect. And then this little foil clicks onto the back like so. No? Yes. There we go. Ah, that's kind of cool. Here's our other Swoop bike. Right there. Nice and futuristic. And this will be, I'm going to take her weapon off. This is the bike, or the Swoop bike that she would use. Give her a little space to hop in there. Give her the control panel there a little bit. I don't think that she has a thing on here to hold her weapon, but we're just going to set it off to the side for now. And then she's got two stud shooters on hers as well, on her little Swoop bike as well. Awesome. All right. So here's our extra pieces from bag number 3. There's a quarter round black piece in there, a little hand, a little T-bar, a machete, and a spear. These are just extra ammunition for our stud shooters. Those are all going to go over into the extras bin. And that's going to do it for this build. Let's take a closer look at everything. I'm going to try to shoot one of these stud shooters at the camera and see how that looks. Ready? 3. Ooh, that's kind of a cool little shot, isn't it? 2, 1. I don't know if it even registered as a shot there. 3, 2, 1, and that worked a little better. Anyway, yeah, this is a really neat little set. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I got it on clearance, but I'm glad I got it. What a neat little thing here. Let's see. Yep, that's the way that they have them on the photo there. I thought maybe these were incorrect because the red part was out, and that's different from the other Swoop bike where the red part is facing inward. But that's exactly how the box art shows it. So, boy, what a really nice little set of little speeder bikes. Basically, I've never had a Lego speeder bike, so I'm kind of jazzed about these. What a fun little build for 355 pieces. Yeah, 355. That's a good set. I'll have to take some pictures of this and post them on Instagram tomorrow. And so MLG is streaming right now. I think we're going to go over and raid MLG. I'm not going to get to my second build for tonight just because I think I need to go get some sleep. I'm falling under the weather. April, do you want to set up a raid over to MLG's page? I'll make myself big again. Hey, hello there. Thanks everybody for joining me and supporting JB's BrickBox. I really, I'm going to be honest. I struggle sometimes with coming on and doing these all the time. And hey, how's it going? And you guys are the reason that I come on and do these, even when I'm tired or not feeling well. I try to get on and at least put on some sort of show because it's important to me. And it's especially important to me that it's important to you, if that makes sense. So thank you guys so much for your support. I'm going to continue doing this as long as I can. I think I might have to make some adjustments to the scheduling. I don't know if I'll be able to do this evenings. I'm going to try to do them earlier in the day, which will be much, much easier on our schedules. But it's a little bit harder because it's harder to keep the house quiet during the days. Even if the kids are quiet, even if the dogs are quiet, we still have all the sounds in our neighborhood. And again, this is my studio is here in my garage, which is not very well insulated, so you hear everything that goes on outside. So if the neighbor's mowing, you're going to hear it. If cars drive by, you're going to hear them. You hear them now, but there's fewer cars that are driving by at 10 o'clock at night. So, but anyway, let's get that raid set up over to MLG. I think that if we're lucky, we have not quite missed As the Firm Turns, his little soap opera that he does over there, which is just hilarious with all of his folks. And I don't see the raid thing hopping up just yet. So I'm just going to tap dance here. No soap opera tonight. Yes, go and spam those emotes and follow MLG. And thank you guys so much for being here tonight with me. And I will be back, hopefully refreshed on Wednesday. Love you guys, and take care. Off we go.